Welcome to Ham Hill. We are standing on the northeastern side of the northern spur. The feature you see in front of you is known to the locals as the frying pan and was thought to be a Roman amphitheatre. If you were to get two gladiators in the middle of this feature, swinging their axes and swords, they would have took out half the spectators before they would have got to their opponents. Later archaeologists come to the conclusion this was a medieval feature and was most probably used by farmers to show off their livestock, just like cattle markets today. I must apologise for taking this video in the middle of summer when the vegetation is at its height, but we will give you a short tour around the ramparts. This is classed as a tri-vallate hill fort. That means 3 ditches and 3 banks. With the laws of erosion 2,000 years ago, the banks would have been a lot steeper and the ditches being a lot deeper. This hill fort is also the largest hill fort in Europe at just over 85 hectares. If you were to walk round the palisade, it would take you just over 3.5 miles, so the fort itself would be quite difficult to police and control. As I pan the camera down, the first bank comes into view. This would have been extremely difficult to climb for man or animal. I like to think this hill fort was twinned with its neighbour hill fort, Cadbury Castle, which is about 10 miles to the east. This 8-hectare hill fort is smaller but is made up of a multi-vallate system and is very complex in its entrances. This was probably in the same tribal area and the hilltops in plain sight of each other. Whether they were friendly towards each other and traded goods, or whether they were warring tribes, is yet to be determined. Ham Hill itself has been quarried heavily for the last 2,000 years, from Roman times right through to modern times, with 2 working quarries on top of the hill. Today this could be one reason why there is not a lot of ramparts or archaeology remaining. Most of the surrounding villages are built of this honey-coloured stone they call hamstone. This is where we get the name Ham Hill from. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video.